Are you guys ready for the Hearthstone World Championships 2020? Well, they're over. They happened a couple days ago. So that's the whole thing I would like to talk about. Did anybody know they were happening? Like in the last video I made, I mentioned that I heard about that like 3 days ago. But in all honesty, I didn't know when they started and when they end. What I found out yesterday was they already happened and they ended and we have a new world champion. And that brings a couple questions up, you know? Like, I'm a Hearthstone player. I play the game, I log into it, I look at my Battle.net launcher, I look at news, the subreddit, all of that. How can I miss that? How can I possibly oversee that there's an ongoing world championship, that there are grandmasters, hundreds of thousands of dollars in prizes that are handed out to players, and I just completely skip over that? Well, turns out the marketing was terrible. I can't just say it's terrible. I can't just say that. It should be my mistake, right? If you want to grow as a person, you gotta find the issue with yourself. Maybe I just didn't look hard enough. But no matter whose fault it is, the thing is, if I, as somebody who is surrounded with the game for hours every single day, didn't even know what's going on, then I guess every single casual player didn't even know we have a world championship this year. When I was looking at different people's Twitch chat and heard when they talk about that, even if they just mentioned that in a YouTube video or Twitter, 80 to 90% of all their viewers didn't even know what's going on. And those are people that actually watch Hearthstone content. And if most of us didn't even know there's a world championship, how could they even know? And then I came across this Reddit thread where they compared the numbers from last year's world championship, which was still on Twitch before Blizzard kind of sold out to YouTube. They had like exclusive streaming rights for Overwatch and put Hearthstone in there as well for like $130 million. So all their esports stuff is only going to be streamed on YouTube instead of Twitch. And this year it's 95% less when it comes to views. They had like 14,000 viewers at peak in the finals. That's like a normal Crypt stream on Twitch. Like I remember back in like 2016, there was a new announcement for an announcement for an expansion. 200,000 people watched that live. People are getting hyped. Memes are being made. The World Championship, Amnesiac against Pavel. Every single play seems to matter a little bit more. It's actually hyped to watch matches, unless it's like Freeze Match or Control Warrior, that was always boring. But a lot of those matches were really interesting to watch. They had so much advertisement. I even remember how they had real-life projects going on from different artists around the entire globe just to promote Hearthstone. I'm not sure if that was only for card reveals or expansions, but I think it was also for the World Championship. And this year we had... I don't know. I'm not sure what we had. Did we have a single announcement? Did we have anything there? Even the subreddit didn't even have a sticky post. It was also kind of funny, and at that point I guess spoilers for the championship, maybe you still want to watch it. It's on the Hearthstone Esports YouTube channel, which by the way, if they go live and stream, it's kind of hard to find. We also don't have any of the Frankafesio BTTV emotes, like none of the Lords or KEKWs on Twitch. They are just not there on YouTube, so the chat experience is a little bit worse. I also heard that people spammed a little bit, like something in there, I think it was called Stop Blizzard Greed, because they still want the Tavern Pass to be fixed, want the fundamentals of the game to be changed. But yeah, I think this post on Reddit sums it up pretty accurately. Can we get balance changes now that World Championships are over? Yeah, that's just us, the player base, begging for things in Hearthstone to be changed to get more out of it. The good thing is though, on the 15th, which depending on when you watch this, should be tomorrow, we get the update. We get like 5 packs, 500 dust, 600 gold or so more in total in the Tavern Pass. And then things are the exact same as before. It still costs 4 legendaries to disenchant to create one of your choice. The dust ratio is still terrible. But hey, we now have an announcement for Battlegrounds. The MMR is going to get resetted down to I don't know what. And we now have spells in there, according to Crypt's newest video. Every couple turns you now get an artifact or a spell or something you can discover every 4 turns or something. And then if you lose, you don't just have to blame your RNG when it comes to the minions you might want to buy in the tavern, but also to all the spells that might be offered to you. Overall, they listened. They updated a game mode that is, according to them, still in the beta after over a year. Oh yeah, and in the next phase, I think we get another new game mode. So we had Battlegrounds, we had Duels, and we get another new game mode. I wonder if that is also going to be in the beta forever. It could be, it might be. What I really hope, I don't have any information yet, is a Blitz mode. Like in chess where you have a timer for the amount of time you can waste during your own turn. Let's say 3 minutes in total. You would have 3 minutes, if the time is over, you lose. That would be a nice mode. People rope, doesn't happen. They would lose because of that. But I hope you guys like fishes, because N'Zoth gives you a fish. It has all the death riddles combined, so that's the exact same concept of an amalgam from the curator, but now it's new, and it's for Battlegrounds, so the system is fixed. Stop the outrage. It is also kind of fun to see. The longer you look at the Hearthstone subreddit, the more glitches and bugs you find. Like out of nowhere, you just see this one. People's favorite game board. The edit deck button, but in maximum size. Or sometimes when people play Battlegrounds and then they play ranked, all their cards are just in portraits like in Battlegrounds. because, yeah, coding. But now after some rambling and mentioning news and whatever, I would like to ask one specific thing to you guys. Did you know there was a Hearthstone World Championship? Like, unless you really follow esports and the competitive Hearthstone scene, did anybody hear about that at all? I didn't. But I also play Wild and I play for memes. I don't really play to win, I just play for fun. I remember back in like 2015 and 16, Seed Story Cup. That was such a fun tournament. Ray Noodle, Forsen before he got banned from Twitch, all the memers, that was a great time. That is when Hearthstone felt like a big family, community of streamers and memers. And now it's a bit different, but yeah. We all grow older, things change. Maybe next year we will actually have an official tweet on the Play Hearthstone Twitter account instead of just a retweet from the esports account, which didn't even show up in my feed. Maybe they even make a poster for it and advertise that correctly. We might perhaps find out if there is a competitive scene next year. Blizzard might have a history of destroying esports. I'm not gonna say any game, Heroes of the Storm. Not saying anything, but maybe the same thing perhaps happens to Hearthstone. Maybe they looked at numbers and realized that spending money on advertising budget, paying casters, paying for a whole tournament is just not really worth it. Maybe they printed more and more creative buy cards and random cards because they don't want skill to matter too much. Maybe the fact that the very final game in this championship was Demon Hunter against Demon Hunter, which is draw your deck and deal damage. If you're basically that, you aren't. Or maybe next year's championship is not ranked. It's not standard. I know that this year the biggest Wild tournament was made by me. Fun fact, I had the biggest tournament on North America and EU when it comes to prize pool. Why? Because Blizzard didn't make a tournament. They just skipped that. They just forgot about that. But maybe Battlegrounds and Duels is their new favorite mode. So next year we have World Championships in Battlegrounds. And then the winner is whoever gets lucky. Whoever rolls into the correct 5 and 6 star units, whose random minion attacks which random minion randomly. I can't wait to watch that if that is going to happen. But until then, we still have some time. And I would like to say, I always used to watch the competitive scene. And if that would be on Twitch, I would still watch it. I would have it open on the second monitor as background noise. I would just like to get a pack for watching for 1 hour. Hundreds of thousands of people, I think, would just watch that to get a pack. The pack doesn't hurt anyone. So they could just hand out packs, maybe even restream that to Twitch from YouTube. I mean, League of Legends streams on every single platform ever. And give us some rewards. Or at least make it so that you can somehow connect an account to your YouTube account and then get a pack reward for watching there. Well, tomorrow we are going to get the change for a couple quests, like you have to play 30 instead of 50 corrupted cards. You don't have to win 7 games in ranked anymore, only 5, but you can't reroll that. You still have to play ranked if you want to or not. You're just forced to do that and forcing people to do something they don't want to do that never backfired, ever. And we have like 10 more days until Christmas. So let's see what Christmas present we're going to get from Blizzard. Maybe a lot, maybe nothing. You never know. And with that being said, my name is Solem, like, sub, that stuff. New video with some sponsored message probably soonish, and take care.